Hello students, today we are going to start the revision of lesson number 8, diseases and first aid part 2nd. In this part 2nd, you will learn that about the preventive measures of diseases, then the first aid about the emergency situations and vaccination, immunization, then which are the bad habits should be avoided. So now we will start about the revision of part 2nd.
Preventive measures for diseases. As it rightly said, prevention is better than the treatment. So, we must observe the following preventive measures for our good health. We have to take care for all the diseases. And the first one is the public hygiene. Public hygiene is also very important as the personal hygiene. It involves the proper disposal of human excreta and domestic waste also. So how? One point we will see students about the public hygiene. The first point of public hygiene is the sewage and chemical waste should not be released into the water bodies. Sewage should be chemically treated first before being released into the water. So, the water bodies to avoid the waterborne diseases like dysentery, diarrhea, jaundice. So, we should avoid. The second one, there should be proper severe lines connected to sewage treatment plants. So, for the public hygiene, we have to take care about these things. Second point is the healthy environment. Maintain a healthy environment to prevent the spreading of diseases due to the breeding of mosquitoes, due to the breeding of houseflies, and due to the breeding of microorganisms. So, whatever our area is there in our house, around the houses, we should always clean the area. So, for that we will learn about the points how to keep our healthy environment. The first point for the healthy environment, garbage should be kept in covered bins so that flies do not breed on them. Second one, do not allow water to stagnate outside your house. So, and in your neighborhood also. All the drains should also be covered. This will prevent breeding of mosquitoes. Third point for that, contamination of drinking water with feces like animal or human excreta, that also causes a number of diseases. Now just I told you, diarrhea, typhoid, dysentery, then these are the diseases due to the human excreta and the animal excreta. The next point for the preventive measure for diseases is the vaccination. The idea of the vaccination was conceived by the Edward Jenner. First he observed that the milkmaids who were in contact with the cows suffering from the cowpox disease but never got the smallpox disease. So he tested his theory with an 8-year-old boy. He got the material taken from a cowpox pustule and he introduced that into the boy's body. The boy's body developed pustules which later on formed a scab and healed, leaving only a scar. To further test his idea, he injected the boy with smallpox after 2 months and found no sign or smallpox on the body. In this way, Jenner's vaccination experiment was successful. He used the term vaccine for immunity inducing preparation. Students, vacca in Latin means cow and the process was called vaccination. Jenner's findings were later confirmed by Louis Pasteur and he developed vaccines for anthrax, chickenpox, cholera, etc. Now students, actual what is the definition of the vaccination? If it is asked in exam, what is mean by vaccination or define vaccination? So vaccination is the practice of artificially introducing germs or germ substances into the body for developing resistance to particular diseases. Scientifically, this practice is called prophylaxis, and the material introduced into the body is called as a vaccine. Now you clear the concepts of this vaccine. Usually these vaccines or the germ substances is introduced into the body by injection. For example, TB vaccine. So it is given by the injection form. Sometimes orally also some vaccines are given. So for example, polio drops. These are given by the orally. When the vaccine is injected in the body, it stimulates the white blood cells to produce the antibodies against the germs for the particular disease. This is the role of the vaccine. That's why we have to take the vaccine for the against the diseases. Nowadays, COVID-19 is going on, students, and the COVID shield and this vaccine is going on for the COVID-19 disease. So it is very important for us for the vaccine also. When we are taking this vaccine, it is very safe to us take the action against the disease of the germs. In that way, the role of the vaccine is going on. A vaccine can be prepared by any one of the following 4 methods. The first method for preparation of the vaccine is using the kill germs. When we are using the kill germs against that particular disease, it also acts. So, for example, TB vaccine for typhoid, then Salks vaccine for the poliomyelitis, and a vaccine for the rabies, that is the dog bite. The second method is used to prepare the vaccine, that is using the living weakened germs, means not more reactive. The capacity of the germs is very weak. The living germs are created in such a way that they become very weak, and as such they cannot cause the disease. They can induce antibody formation in the body. For example, the vaccine for measles and the freeze-dried BCG vaccine for tuberculosis. So, these 2 types of vaccines prepared by the using living weakened germs. Now, the third one, using fully virulent living germs. For example, the vaccine for smallpox. In this vaccination, a person is inoculated with cowpox virus, which is very similar to smallpox virus. Smallpox vaccination are no more given because the disease has almost been eradicated from our India as per the latest data. So that's why they stop for the vaccination of the smallpox disease. The fourth method for preparation of the vaccine is to using the toxoids. They are the vaccines used for the diphtheria disease, then tetanus disease, and the toxoids. These are the extracts of the toxins secreted by the bacteria. Here they are using. And these poisons are made harmless by the addition of formalin substance to retain the capacity to produce antibodies, that is the antitoxins. So these are used for the diseases like diphtheria and tetanus. Attempts are being made to develop a vaccine against AIDS also. Now, students, here we completed about the vaccination. Now our next topic of the lesson is the immunization. Immunization is an artificial way of achieving the protection from infections by the introduction of dead or weakened germs into the one's blood. When exposed to vaccines, the body makes antibodies and more or less permanent protection from infection is achieved. That program is called as a immunization. Thus, immunization is a process by which the body of an individual is made resistant to a specific disease by vaccination. Immunization has decreased the number of people susceptible to various diseases in the world. In our country, immunization program is underway to immunize infants against tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, mumps, measles, tuberculosis and polio. The Pulse Polio program is still going on in full swing. You all must be quite familiar with it. It is being done to eradicate polio from our country. So students, this program of vaccination against the diseases introduced, so injected in our body by the injection or by the orally, that program we called as a immunization. And now students, COVID-19 vaccine also nowadays going on. That is also immunization. So students, here we completed about the immunization. Now next one is the first aid. Students, as the name is suggests, it is very immediate and quick help given to the patient at the same time of the emergency before he or she is taken to a doctor. For example, during the heart attack, during the burning processes, snake bites, then also the accidents. These cases, always remember students, the person should get the first aid. It is very important for that. Now, one by one we will explain about the first aid. So, how in burns it is helpful, the first aid? So students, the burns are in the three types. Sometimes it is superficial burn, sometimes it is deep burn, sometimes it is chemical burn. First aid for burns depend on the degree of burns. One should not pull away clothes stuck to burnt areas and don't cut blisters. Apply any oily substance like ointment, butter, Vaseline, etc. to the burnt skin surface. Students, in the case of superficial burns, pour cold water over the burnt area. Then dry that portion and cover with sterile dressing. In the case of deep burns, never use water and cover the injured part with dressing. Third, in the case of chemical burns due to the acid or any other chemicals, wash with running water for 10 minutes and then cover with dressings. Second one is the bleeding. In the case of bleeding, raise the affected body part to minimize the gravitational flow of the blood. Wash the cut surface with clean water. Press the area with a piece of clean cotton wool and if possible apply some mild antiseptic. And after that we have to refer to the doctor. In that way, second case in bleeding we have to give the first aid only, not the proper treatment. Third one is the fractures. In the case of fractures, lay the victim comfortably and loosen or remove the clothes from the affected part. Do not move the fractured part or parts. If the fractured part is an arm, then tie a sling to the rest the arm on it. Next one is the eye. If eye is getting any inflammation, so wash with the clean water that eyes and then we have to go to the doctor for the next treatment. Next one is the unconsciousness. If someone falls unconscious, immediately lay the person comfortably on the bed. Loosen the cloths. Let fresh air come into the room. The next one is the swallowing poisons. Students, if any person is get affected from the any poisonous case, so that person you have to give the advice for that. Drink more salty water. We have to add the salt in water and the person should drink the more salty water. So due to that what will happen? The person will omit. So automatically the poison will remove from the body. Some poisonous substance has been swallowed Make the patient drink as much salt water as possible and try to induce vomiting. The next first aid for the snake bite. In the case of snake bite, immediately squeeze out some blood from the wound. Tie it tightly with a tourniquet above that spot to prevent spreading of venom, that is the poison, into the bloodstream. The next one is the sting. In the case of the sting by bees or wasps, pull out the sting if still in the wound and squeeze out some wood to the force out of the venom, that is the poison. And then we have to apply some alkali like baking soda on that spot. And always remember students, in the wasp sting, we should always use the vinegar, that is the mild acid, so it is also neutralize the reaction, because the wasp sting containing the alkali, so we have to use the acid. In that way, we have to give the first aid to the patient. Next one is the fever. If your body temperature is more, so it indicates that you are suffering from fever. Fever is not a disease, but it is a symptom of some disease. In case of high fever, you can immediately apply an ice pack or a piece of cloth dipped in ice cold water on the forehead of the patient to bring down the body temperature. If the fever persists for more times, consult a doctor immediately. First aid emergency situation, we are given that is quick or immediate help to the patient. So that is only the first aid. If we want a good health of the life, so bad habits should be avoided. And the first one, harmful effects of consuming tobacco, that we will learn. It is very important for our life, so that bad habits are giving the bad effect to our body. To avoid the bad habits, smoking and chewing tobacco or tobacco products increase the risk of the lung cancer, heart attack and high blood pressure. Cough and irritation in the throat is also common among smokers. Even non-smokers sitting with active smokers may suffer from such diseases. This is known as a passive smoking. Should avoid the friends who are having these bad habits. So due to that continuous smoking, that smoke becomes as a passive smoking. The second one is the harmful effects of drugs. Cause an insensible condition in human beings, that is called as a narcotic drugs or the psychotropic drugs. Morphine, cocaine, heroin, opium. Such drugs cause serious damage to the nervous system and other organs of the body. They also cause respiratory diseases and heart problems. Due to the habitual use of drugs, addicts find it hard to give up on drugs easily and suffer from a variety of health problems and even early death also. We should avoid the drugs persons also, that friends also, because they are very harmful to our body.
So students, here we completed the revision of part 2, diseases and first aid. Thank you.